We are back. How's it going? So, we turned this on. Members only, hanging out after dark. See what's going on with this. So, I got requests. Shannon was the major requester saying, listen, why don't you do like a after hours type of thing, where there's members only and all the members can kind of hang out. It's just us and no one else, and you can kind of say whatever the hell you want to say, kind of thing. And I like it. I think it's a pretty cool concept. So we'll see how it goes. It'll be pretty cool when Fabiola's here. Maybe we can do something a little bit different after hours. Maybe I can actually break out the Kraken. That would be kind of nice instead of my tea. Maybe I'll do something like that. We'll see on the next one. But anyways, guys, we'll see if there's, see how many people kind of like show up. It's once again, it's going to be for the members, which is really kind of cool because it's a way for me also to kind of say thank you for all of you guys do. Being members of the channel, some of you guys have been members of the channel for well in excess of a year, 2 years. There was one member that's been here for like 4 or 5 years now. So I've been doing this for a while. It's not like I just started doing it. So there's some people that have been with me for a long period of time and have seen me grow from the very beginnings when I was doing basically digital photography cafe, and then moved into this and started doing all of the Life After Adobe Cutting the Cord series, and then kind of moving into the Starlink and everything. So I used to do a lot. The channel was very heavy on photographic stuff. I did a lot of photography and videography and that type of videos. And the reason being is I'm a DP. I'm a director of photography. I do a lot of video production, TV, episodic TV, that type of stuff, besides what you see here all the time. So I've been shooting professionally for 20, 30 years, a long time. A very long time. So anyways, let's see who's here. We got Renee's here. Thank you. Honey Badger is here. James, Radioactive Texans here. Ricky Joe. Travis is here. Our GSD rules. Kevin is here. Tom is here. Shannon, this is for you, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Who else is here? Thistle Moon Farms. I like that. Thistle Moon Farms. I like it. I like that a lot. So, anyways, this is kind of like let's call it Shannon's doing. I actually had a couple of people that asked for something like this a long time ago, but Shannon put the bug in my ear again just recently, and I said, you know what? Let's go ahead and do it. It should be fun. Now, there was a couple of things that, let me put on YouTube over here so you can see your guys' chats go through and whatnot. Do we want a piece of cake? Yeah, let's take a piece of cake just for a minute. I'll throw the cake back on. So there was a couple of things that I found that I was going to talk about this week that I didn't. And I just want to tell you guys about them and see what you guys think about it. And then anything that you guys want to talk about, let's talk about it. Like I said, we'll be on for maybe, I don't know, however long you want to, maybe 15, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour, something like that. But there's two different things here that I wanted to tell you guys about. Number one was that the article, let me see if I can switch over. Yep, there you go. Our cake is gone, but that's okay. So this is from PC Magazine. It says, cellular Starlink powered hundreds of thousands of texts after hurricanes. Now, this is kind of interesting because we tested this on the channel, and what they're saying is correct, but not correct at the same time. It says SpaceX Cellular Starlink service delivered hundreds of thousands of text messages to help hurricane victims, according to T-Mobile's CEO. During the hurricanes, we were able to test with temporary authorization and saw hundreds of thousands of successful completed text messages to people that otherwise wouldn't have seen them. This is what their CEO said. He also said, he commented that discussing Starlink's direct-to-cell satellite service earlier this month, SpaceX received temporary clearance from the FCC using orbital satellites to beam emergency alerts and to residents of areas hit by Hurricane Helen as well as Hurricane Milton. Now, we got hit by both of these hurricanes. Milton a lot harder, right? But what I noticed here is he's saying here, Subvert, or whatever his name is, he says, Didn't go into details, but his comments offer a glimpse on how the cellular Starlink technology could help T-Mobile and other carriers fill the gap of coverage, especially when disasters strike. What he was saying is how his service, this, that, and the other thing. But what I don't understand is, or where they're saying that T-Mobile, okay, got hundreds of thousands of texts. I was able to, on air, on a Friday night, Fabiola is sitting next to me. I actually text her, right, on air, and it went through with everything turned off, right? I didn't put it on the airplane mode, but the cell towers turned off, Wi-Fi turned off, everything off. So the only thing would have been left, since it is an iPhone, would be SOS, but it wasn't on SOS. It was actually through Starlink. And I got 2 bars, 1 bar, and then it was kind of going to 2 bars, and then 1 bar and 2 bars, kind of back and forth. And I was actually able to text her. So I think that they opened this up, even though they say that they opened it for T-Mobile. I have a feeling that they opened it up for all carriers. And I don't know if that's the case or not, but it seems that way, because if not, I shouldn't have gotten any service at that point, or only SOS service through iPhone and their crazy ass coverage where you have to go outside and it's going through, I think, Global-Sat, I think they use. Anyways, so let's see. Once again, who's here? We got Renee, we got Honey Badger, James, David. Upgraded membership to Super Sub. Thank you so much for that, David Grow. I really appreciate you. That's awesome. Kevin is here. Thomas, Shannon, of course. Who else do we have? Flying Pretzel is in the house. Let's see. Travis, Renee. Awesome. 83 Jeep is here. Guys, there's like 70, 80 of you guys or something. If you're just lurking, put an emoji in there just so we can recognize you. Say hello, right? Put an emoji in the chat. This is kind of like, once again, it's like the after hours thing. We can do whatever we want to do here. Talk about whatever you want to talk about. So if you have any questions, put it in there. I love that. 83 Jeep says, sudo apt install beer now. Yep. That's like I put sudo apt install tea. If you guys don't know, it's a Linux joke. Basically, sudo basically means super user. You do something, but as a super user, so you're using like administrative properties or administrative to run something, and you're running apt, which is going to do an install of whatever, right? So, anyways, it's kind of like a Linux joke. What do you guys think about me doing that whole thing that I said I was talking about just earlier ago with the console, with that big game machine that I have? A lot of people have asked me for it. I haven't done it because I know it's going to do poorly, but I think I might do it anyways because I think there's enough people that are interested in it. So I'll show it to you guys, and maybe I'll play, I don't know, I'll play a game or two while I'm talking to you guys on it or something. That'll be kind of fun. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. Let's see who else is here. Once again, at JCristina or Q. It always makes it easier. There's only a few of us. It's only like, it's under 100 of us, so I can still see all the comments. It's not like sometimes, like, it was crazy during the launch, IFT5. There was like 690 people online live. Or 677, 690, something like that. Just under 700 people. It was a lot. The chat was like doing this. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Let's see. Kevin says, I think if Shannon buys memberships, it adds a month onto your membership. I don't know how that works. Shannon, do you know? So if someone gave a free membership out, I know that they randomly select whoever's going to get the free membership, but that's all I know. I don't know how that works. Like, do you get like an extended membership with it, or is it like, how exactly does that work? I really don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. Yeah. Honey Badger says, Shannon, you're going to keep your wallet closed since everyone is a member here. Yes, that's right. Keep that wallet closed, Shannon. I appreciate everything you do. This is just the fun stuff. After hours, we can relax. I really wish I had a drink, but I don't. Next week, we're going to have a drink. Because we don't care. This doesn't need to be monetized. I don't really give a crap. It doesn't make a difference to me. Shannon does gifts 5 memberships. Shannon gives 5 memberships to Paul, Edward, Caesar, and Jaron and Feinson 70s. Oh man, I don't know if any of those people are online with us right this second. Let me know if you're like a member and then you got like an extended membership or how it works. I don't know. YouTube is so convoluted. Ask Shannon. YouTube is so convoluted the way they do stuff that sometimes Shannon wants to give a little bit extra. Like, so sometimes he'll do like 50 memberships and 50 membership. Like if he wants to do like another, let's say 50, or if he want whatever, it will force him to like use another account because you like hit your daily limit of sponsoring a creator. I like, boom. Like, what is that? Like, you would think, I mean, it just doesn't make too much sense to me. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Why they would throttle, like, you know, people sponsoring, helping, you know, providing any type of funding to a creator. I don't understand what the rationale behind that is. I know there's been some creators in the past that some of these really big people will come to their channel. They do it sometimes in Twitch, sometimes they do it on YouTube. They'll do a YouTube live and they'll come in and they'll literally donate like $20,000, right? And then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, how do they do that? Like, that's allowed, but giving, let's say 50 members, like, it's not. Like, I don't, like I said, YouTube is like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Like I said earlier, Shannon knows more than I do now, but at this point, because, you know, it's pretty convoluted. Let's see. Thistle Moon Farm says, I want to know how long it took the FCC to give authorization for this. From what I read, it was years. Yeah. So the FCC is broken, as we know. The authorization wasn't years. It was they requested authorization for that temporary service, and it took only a few days for them to actually authorize it. But yes, as far as being able to beam these conversations like it's currently doing with eNode Bs up on those satellites, it's taken a long time figuring out spectrum, who gets what spectrum, what frequency you're on, what this, what that. Elon Musk has recently put in for the version 3 satellites, the big daddy satellites, and he put in a request not only for more spectrum, in other words, more frequencies between each band, right? More spectrum in the 3 frequencies. What is it? KA, KU, anyways, the 3 bands, more spectrum. But then also he put in a request to lower the satellites. So he wants to put the version 3s, like I was reading earlier, at a lower orbiting altitude. So instead of being at like 530 kilometers, he wants those satellites to be right around 460 to 480, right around there. Let's call it like 50 kilometers closer to Earth. So if that happens, we're going to see some really, really nice latencies, really nice numbers. So we'll see what ends up happening. We'll see if they allow it or they don't allow it. I don't know. I do believe that, like a lot of people have said, is if Trump gets in there, a lot of this will just stop. You're not going to be hearing about it anymore. You know, the FCC denying, Elon this, or the FAA denying Elon this. Now, that doesn't mean that he should have free reign, because, there is concerns of like, blowing one of these rockets up in someone's backyard. You know what I mean? There are concerns. You know, you have to have measures in place. You know, there has to be guidelines, and you have to follow them. But what they have been doing is just sandbagging him. That's just it. You know, well, not for no reason, but for political reasons. Absolutely horrible. It really kind of it has to piss you off. Pisses me off. Let me see. We got Travis with a whole bunch of poop emojis like that. Renee says, I'm a member, but my kids aren't. And their account is on too. Oh, got it. I love that pseudo app installed beer. Let's see. The FCC, Jay, are you in an area that was activated? Yes. So, yes, I am. I'm in, this is, Renee was asking if we were in an area. We were in an area that got hit with the Milton deal. We got 136, 136, I believe, tornadoes were spawned in Hurricane Milton. It was absolutely never happened before. It's like, it was crazy, absolutely crazy. And they ripped through everything, like in Wellington and like out southeast of me. Just destroy, like literally take like 3 cars in front of the house and then deposit them, the 3 cars in the back of the house, and destroy, like blow out all the way, blow everything out the back of the house. I mean, just the power in these things are just absolutely amazing. But yes, we were activated, and I was texting with AT&T when everything was off. So I think they activated it for all phones. Because if you think about it, with the FCC saying, you know, yeah, you can, Elon Musk, you can turn on your DTC service, your direct-to-cell service for T-Mobile customers. So the guy that's on the roof that doesn't have T-Mobile, he can die, but his neighbor that has T-Mobile, he doesn't die. I mean, that would just be absurd to me. But who the hell knows? I mean, they could do it. I just don't think so. I think they just turned the shit on. I think everyone got it. I don't know. I haven't read anything about it, but I tested it, and the damn thing worked. So I don't know. That's my thoughts. I don't know what the true answer is. I really don't know. Let's see. Ricky Joe says, we were lucky. Only broken limbs. Yeah, broken power pole and no power outage. That's really great. Yeah, we had a power outage like a couple of days before it, as like we were getting some bands, and that was for like 6-8 hours. But during the hurricane itself, formal hurricane with all the tornadoes, we didn't get a power outage, which is good. But we did lose some trees and limbs and all that. And then something took out 15 tiles off the top of my roof. So I was up there replacing those the morning after. I don't know what the hell hit it, but it literally took off 15 tiles right on the edge of the roof. So yeah, that was fixed. Let's see. Moving down. All right. Hold on. God, this jumping around things. And Ricky Joe says, you got Pac-Man on the game machine? Yes. We have Pac-Man. We got the original Pac-Man. We got Miss Pac-Man. You remember Miss Pac-Man? I love Miss Pac-Man. You know, with the little girl with the little bow and and you have the little babies and that stuff. So Miss Pac-Man. I also have, I think, 3D Pac-Man. But yeah, it has all of those. Any arcade game that you can think of. Donkey Kong, you know, the old Kung Fu. I mean, just name any arcade game, and I would say 99% I will have it, which is crazy. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe before I do the video, I'll put out a request. Matter of fact, I put out a request tonight. What games, what old ROMs, what old school arcade games do you remember that you absolutely love? You know, whatever it is. Defender. Whatever. Asteroids. Whatever the game is. Donkey Kong, you know. Let me know. Put it down there. And I will write them down at the end of this and see if I can find those. I might also put something in the community page and have people write in there too, and maybe get a whole bunch of them and just test them all out or test some of them out. We'll see how many we get. Anyways, if you want to see one, write in there and let me know. 83 Jeep said SpaceX did a static fire of OMM. Yes, I heard about that. 11 days after catching the booster, which is just sick, right? Absolutely sick. That booster catch was the coolest shit ever. I mean, to be able to catch something that massive and do it like you have like a hole this big and then threading the needle through the hole like within centimeters and depositing it perfect, coming in at thousands of miles per hour and then at the last second just uprighting your... I mean, just think about the think about the math that's going on in that shit, right? That's just awesome. It's so cool. Let's see. Let's see. Let me find out. I think 30 days. Okay. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. Let me know. Let me know, Shannon, what you come up with. Because I never know. People ask me questions. I'm like, it's YouTube. The answer is it's YouTube. I don't know. Here comes 5 memberships. That's so cool, Shannon. Appreciate that. Shannon's awesome. So our GSD rules says they only go to non-members. Interesting. So if I'm a member today, you can't extend the current one. Okay, so there you go. So according to our GSD rules, the free memberships only go to people that do not have memberships. Interesting. Okay. I just emailed you a photo revealing where I am, so you can share it if you want. All right, Shannon. I will check that out right now. Let's see where Shannon is. Where is Shannon? Get the fuck out of here, Shannon. Come on. Really? All right, guys. I'm going to show it to you. Hold on. Let me put it up on the screen so I can show you. This is where Shannon is, guys. This is where Shannon is. Let's see. Here we go. All right. So, Shannon, making some money or losing some money? That's the question. That's always the question. Is that on the Strip? Maybe. Is that in Vegas? Where is that? I used to love. So when I used to, I mean, you guys, some of you guys know, some of you don't. When I started doing the whole digital photography cafe thing with Trevor Current, we used to travel the country, and one of our stops was Las Vegas. And we would always have a booth at the MGM. Well, later on it wasn't MGM, but originally we would stay at the MGM Grand, and then we would do the show, and then the show we would have a booth and we would go live, and myself and Trevor, we would interview CEOs like Canon, Nikon or Nikon, all the big players, and then all the small players. We would interview all of them. That's what we did back in the day when it wasn't very easy to do and no one knew what the hell a podcast was. Anyways, I absolutely love the Strip down there. We've stayed at the MGM Grand many, many, many times. We've stayed at the Bellagio, across the street, and I love the area. I really, really do. It's not for families because what you see on the street is not necessarily what you want your kids to see, for example, especially at night, with their brochures and cards. If you guys have been there, So, but besides that, I like the atmosphere because it's moving. It's all, no matter what. It's a 24/7, 365 days a year, just playground. Very, very cool. Thanks for sending that, Shannon. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Oh, Shannon calls it a work trip. Yes, that looks like a work trip. Arizona. All right. This moon says, I know they're cool looking when they fly over my house. Yes. Shannon says I've never been on Powell, but I've been on Powell. I want to know. You got to tell me, Shannon. Did you win any money? Did you make any money? Or did you lose money? That's what I want to know. Shannon is the master of off-road. He is the off-road king. What is that link, Shannon? Let me know what the link is. I want to put the link. If you want, put the link in the chat to the website. I like to put that up here so people can actually see it. Because if you guys do anything having to do with off-roading stuff, I mean, he is the guy. He is the guy. Let's see. Ricky Joe says, did you know that if you allow a company to put a cell phone tower on your property, they pay you for it $900 per month for each carrier on the tower? Yeah, but then everyone there has like cancer. But yeah, I can see that. $900. Think about them paying $900 per carrier. They're making gazillions. And they're like, like, this is for you. And this is for me. This is for you. It's like $900 to put in a damn tower on your land, radiating everything in like an eighth of a mile. Just stop. I mean, that's crazy, but that's kind of funny though. I mean, that's funny. Jeez, unbelievable, man. There was one other thing before I get into more of the chat that I found very, very interesting. And this has nothing to do with Starlink, but it has to do with the whole life after Adobe and what's going on with Microsoft and how a lot of us are getting screwed. It says, guess who's suing the FTC to stop click to cancel? If you guys don't know what this is, listen to this. This is really interesting. It says 3 industry groups are suing to prevent the Federal Trade Commission, or the FTC, from enforcing its new click to cancel rule that requires companies to make it easy to cancel subscriptions, according to what Reuters say, right? And then it says the click to cancel expands the negative option rule for forbidding businesses from making customers cancel service using a method that differs from how they signed up. That simply makes sense, right? So if you sign up online, you must be allowed to cancel online. Who would have thunk it? Rather than needing to call a support center or a support line or write a letter or show up in person. Most aspects of the rule assumes it isn't blocked. Assuming it isn't blocked, will go into effect 180 days after it's put into the Federal Register. So, I mean, does that sound like something that shouldn't be? I mean, yeah, click to cancel simply makes sense, right? If I order my subscription, let's say for a gym, and I go into the gym and the guy's there and I give him my credit card, I should be able to go into the same gym and cancel that membership. But I've had a membership at a gym one time that you could not cancel in person. You could not cancel by phone. The only way to cancel the membership is you had to send them a letter, okay? And it had to be certified so that they got it and they knew it was all legal. Certified letter to their corporate office to cancel a membership. That shit should be illegal. But when I was reading through this article, what I find interesting is who are the people that are going against this thing, right? And it's not like the people like you would think, just like a few like just haphazard people. It is like the big wigs. Let me go into the actual page. Here we go. Let me go down here. All right. So look at this. This is really, really interesting. It says the NCTA, or the Internet and Television Association, represented service providers like Comcast, Charter, and Cox Entertainment Studios, like Disney, AMC, Paramount, and Warner Brothers, and Discovery. And the IAB, which has 700 members, also includes people like, or groups like, Google, Netflix, Amazon, Meta, Vizio, and the NFL. So this lawsuit that is being levied or whatever against the FTC to block or to stop this click to cancel. Look at all of these people that want this not to go through. Of course, because these are all of these fuckers that are screwing us continuously with these contracts, with these subscriptions, and making it difficult to cancel them. That's what ended up happening just recently with a lot of companies, but Adobe was one of them. They ended up getting sued because it was very difficult to cancel an Adobe subscription. It was very easy to get an Adobe subscription, but to cancel it, you had to go through hoops, and you had to talk to one guy, and then that guy sent you to another guy, then that guy sent you to a special like psychologist to somehow brainwash you into staying with Adobe, and they ended up getting sued for it. So anyways, they have it's 240 pages long. Obviously, we're not going to get into it. But I hope this thing doesn't end up holding water, and I hope it goes through, because click to cancel is something that's really good, because if anyone doesn't want it, the only ones that don't want it are these big players that are making an ass load of money on the backs of people, because people can't or won't unsubscribe because it's such a pain in the ass. So anyways, we'll see what ends up happening with this. I wanted to bring that to your attention because when I read that, I was going to do a video on it, and I ran out of time this week. Maybe next week I'll talk about it. I'll dive in a little bit deeper. You know how I get in there and really get into who's saying what and what says who, and maybe read through that 240 pages and see what they're actually saying. But, I mean, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous to me. All right, let's move back into the comments here, people. Let's see. Kevin says, our power has been out over and over again the last 3 days. The power company is replacing power poles. That sucks. I hate when the power goes out. Over here, when the power goes out, we're pretty much screwed because we don't even have water. We have to pull the water out of the ground. Shannon says, so all of you bug Joe, he needs to make blooper videos for membership. Yes, for the members only. That's a good idea, right? So do blooper videos, and I'll just roll them here on the members only show. I like it. I don't know. You know what? Honestly, Shannon, I need an editor. It's really what I need. I've tried getting, all right. So I went to 3 colleges. One of the colleges that I went to was for commercial art, advertising design, video production, that type of stuff, right? Went to college for sociology, psychology, child psych major. Then I went to college for computers. I never knew what the fuck that I want to be from when I grow up. I still don't know what I want to be. Anyway, so I went to 3 colleges. One of the colleges was the Art Institute. And the thing is I just, I don't know. Like when we were going to school, we wanted, we hoped for, we begged for any type of position as an apprentice with a decent sized company doing whatever. Okay. So when we were doing video production, if there was anyone local that was doing video that needed an editor or that needed someone to review videos, right? To make sure there was no problems, everything was copacetic or whatever. We wanted those positions. We wouldn't get paid anything for it, but we'd get a ton of experience. Today, guys, I've tried even my daughter tried finding people for me at her school. It's like people don't even want to do like apprenticeships anymore. They don't even want experience. They're like, yeah, nah, I don't know. I just don't get it. But anyways, full circle. I really need to find someone that can do video editing for me, because then I'd be able to put out a lot more content, because the amount of time that it takes me to do a video with writing down my notes and stuff might be a total of like 2 hours. All right, guys, it'll take me like 2 hours. Usually at night, I'll look for stories and whatnot, and then I'll end up putting something together, putting some notes together. In the morning, I'll record it, and I'm done. Like, let's say 2.5 hours total. But the edit now takes another like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, because it's a full edit. And then once it's edited, then it has to be uploaded. And then from the uploaded, then you have, make a thumbnail and all the rest of the stuff. So I would be able to literally in one day be able to do 2 videos instead of 1, and be able to send it out to an editor and let them do the back end, do the editing of it. Nothing fancy. I mean, I don't do it much fancy on the videos. It's pretty straightforward. A couple of little pop-ups and stuff. That's really about it. So anyways, that's something that, I'm contemplating, seeing if I can find someone. But like I said, no one wants to work anymore. And then if they want to work, they want to get paid more than what this channel even makes. So it makes it impossible. Here we go. We got Frogger. I'm going to write it down, guys. Up Tinkering says Frogger. All right. I got Frogger written down. What else we got? We got Galaga. Galaga. All right. Any more? Let me know. It says, I still have the original 2600. I wish I had mine. I think my parents threw it out. Blooper videos. Yes. Fab kicks. That could be a good video too. All of my bruises on my leg. That would be a good video. I'll paint it purple. Let's see. Renee says, FYI, non-members can watch but can't chat. There you go. That works. Let's see. My husband asked what NASA has been doing all these years. I told him nothing. Yeah, it's the same thing that AT&T has been doing with all of the billions of dollars that AT&T has been receiving to put fiber in all of the rural areas. They've done the exact same thing that NASA's been doing. Nothing. Let's see. Kevin says a game I look for that's really good on the 2600 is called Hero. Let me look. I'm going to write down Hero. Okay. Let's see. I remember playing Pac-Man. Yep. I will write down Pac-Man. That's kind of like a staple for sure. What else we got? N64, NDSI, PSP. Yes, it has PSP. It has all of that. Doesn't have Xbox, I don't believe in it, but it has all the older stuff, all the ROMs. Let's see. That's to Honey Badger. Let's see. Losing tonight. Win. That's not good. I don't like to hear that. You're losing tonight. It says you need to win. You need to win. Kevin tells you got to win. Win some money. Stop losing money. Galaga, yes. Vegas in 2 weeks. Awesome. Yeah, Vegas is Vegas is fun. Vegas is fun. I might do like a CES again or something. I used to go to CES to cover tech, obviously, back in the day, along with Photo Plus Expo and WPPI and all the rest of the stuff over there. But yeah, I like it. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do it again. I don't know. What can we do? Maybe we do like a channel meetup in Vegas. That'd be cool. The MGM Grand. We'll do a JC Live at the MGM Grand. I'll rent a booth. Man, you know what? Those booths were like $5,000 to $8,000 a damn booth. It's crazy at these shows. They charge you for everything. If you were putting up a poster in your booth, and the poster has to be more than 2 steps higher than a ladder, so you can go to the first step to the second step. If you had to go to the third step, a union guy had to come and hang that poster for you for moolah. No shit. That's facts. That's facts. And then if you want Wi-Fi in the damn place, oh my God, it was like $1,000. They charge buku money, buku for the shittiest Wi-Fi too. Man, unbelievable. Let me see. Yeah, I can play that one. The casino near me. There you go. Renee. That's to Renee. Shannon says, I am at an off-road race on the Arizona side. But when the race is over for the day, I'll take a boat to California side. Sweet. There's a small Indian casino. Yeah, my cousin used to be a pit boss. And I believe it was Connecticut. It was Connecticut? Rhode Island. I don't know, somewhere over there. Renee, that's to Kevin. That's to Shannon. Let's see. Moving down. I'm going to scroll down here. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. I'm not looking for the cues. I'm just looking for everything since it's only the members that can type in here anyways. Let's see. Ricky Joe says, you know what helps settle problems down when you got a problem? Play the song Problem by Ariana Grande. Yeah, from Ariana Grande. That works. That will do it. Good night all. Nanu. Hey, remember Nanu? Man, why did that guy kill himself? What the hell's wrong with people? Man. Yeah, unbelievable. Let's see. Thank you for being here, 83G. Appreciate you. If you're still here, thank you. Question from Ricky Joe says, can you imagine how much money tower climbers make having to climb the cell towers and put new radios on top of the DoD and C band and 5G and 5G plus? I can't even imagine. I don't even know. I don't know. Sirius XM. Man, are they still around? Says, is good at this. You can sign online, but say you want to suspend service on vehicle or cancel, you have to call and talk to someone. Yeah, that's exactly right. Just like you're saying, James, with Sirius XM, where you can sign up, like in your car, no problem. They'll take your money. But when you want to cancel, once again, going back to that whole, click to cancel thing, you can't. You have to actually call in and talk to someone and go through a sociologist, psychologist or something that will try to get you to not cancel. It's just crazy. Kevin says no water here either when the power is out live, or you live out in the sticks, no power for the well pump. Yeah, that's the thing. That well pump takes 240 volts. I can't even run it on solar. It just takes so many volts. I have to have some type of generator to run the damn thing. So I'm thinking about putting in, the old little hand pump. I have a 25 or 28 foot well, and I think that those hand pumps can pull 25. So even if it pulls slow, it's better than nothing. You could at least flush a toilet or whatever. So I think I might do that. Our main well is like 50, 60 feet, or I think it's like 60 feet or something. Here in Florida, there's a lot. You literally get water within like 3 feet. Our water table is so high. It's crazy. But yeah, that's always an issue for me. Once the power goes, there's no water. No power, no water, no flushing the toilets, no nothing. It's horrible. That's what it is when you're in sticks. Thistle Moon Farm says, going to bed. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Pitfall. There we go. Pitfall. That's Walker. Walker puts in Pitfall, and our GSD says Spy Hunter. Let me put in Pitfall. I remember Pitfall. That was fun. And then the other one is Spy Hunter. I remember that one too. I remember Spy Hunter. What else? PSP? Test Drive. The handheld. Yes, that's a good one. Qbert. Oh my God. Qbert, guys. Qbert. That's a good one. What else we got? Qbert and Defender. Got to have Defender. Defender's a staple. That thing was badass. I got it written down. Asteroids. All right, I'll put down Asteroids. I guess you have to have Asteroids, right? I mean, that's been around like since the very beginning. The very beginning. All right, Asteroids is written down. Let's see what else. Ping on fiber tonight. Very consistent. What are you getting for ping? Let's see. 12, 12, and point. So 0.275, is that your ping? What is it 12 by 12 by 12? I'm guessing 0.275 is your milliseconds. Let me know, Walker. How hard is it to get Davinci to work on Linux Mint? it just simply works. Let me see. I'm going to open it, and I'm going to show you. Matter of fact, I will open today's video. I got to move it over to this monitor so that you guys can see it. Let me see. How do I do it? Can I pull it? Can I do it? Maybe not. All right, whatever. I will do it this way. Here we go. And there it is. This way, that way. And there it is. So there's DaVinci Resolve. And this is running on Linux Mint. And it runs absolutely flawlessly.
Go through some of it for you, also give you my commentary, but more importantly,
and there you go. So yes, DaVinci Resolve, not only does it work, look at this, guys. So this video, which was today's video, which was 13 minutes long, 14 minutes long, check it out over here. Up here, you can see it took 4 minutes and 21 seconds to export this video. And the video is how long? Let me go to the end of it. Let me see. It is right here. There we go. So 13, let's call it 14 minutes. So the video is 14 minutes long, and it took 4 minutes and like 21 seconds to export. Before, on the old setup, it would be a 1-to-1. So the 14-minute video would have taken 14 minutes to export. Now it takes 4. So you can see there's a massive difference, right? But yeah, it works on Mint without any problem. You can install it. And there's so many different places you can go to see how to install it. Let me see, since this is the after hours here, let me see if I can. I know it's not going to be for anyone or for everyone, but some people might be into Linux Mint, and they want to know how to do it. So I am going to, let me come down in here. I put together a list of things here. Okay. So one of the things that you need to do, all right, I'm going to copy paste it in here. Okay. Let me see. All right. Now, bear in mind, people, this is for Linux Mint if you're trying to run DaVinci. Okay. So that is a link. All right. Now, that link is going to take you to a program that you're going to download. Okay. It's a script. Okay. That program is called this Make Resolve Deb. You're going to unpack the program. You're going to unzip it. Okay. Unzip it. And then what you're going to do, once you unzip it, you're going to do you're going to run the program against the Linux version of DaVinci Resolve you have. So when you download a Linux version of DaVinci Resolve, you're going to get a .run file, and it will convert it to a .deb file. And once you have it as a .deb, you can do a install, basically doing a sudo dpackage, dpkg, right? Dpackage -i for install, and then the name, right? Whatever, DaVinci Resolve 17, whatever, DaVinci Resolve 18.6, whatever, .deb, and it will do the install for you. Now, there's a couple of things. I'm just going to copy paste them in here, all right? It goes deeper than this, but I'm just putting them in here just so you know. There's 2 different sudos there. They came in stuck together. I didn't want them stuck together. So let me separate them like that. The other one is like that. Okay. And then there's one other one. You need a chmod that make file. All right. You need to chmod that and then do that run. Like I said before, do that sudo install DaVinci Resolve Studio, whatever the name of the file is. I'm just going to stick that in there like that. And at that point, you're just going to want to make sure that your drivers, your NVIDIA drivers are all installed. And there's a couple of other things that you need to do. And maybe I'll put together like an exact breakdown. But you can find them online. Just look it up online. You're going to find all this stuff. But it's pretty simple. I mean, you go down, it's like baking a cake. You do this, and when you get to the end, Davinci's running. And that's it. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was just one file, you run it and you're done. But DaVinci Resolve supports OpenSUSE, I think, and some other Linux. They don't support anything else. So, but I'm running the studio version, the $300 version, and it works. Obviously, you saw it. It works flawlessly. Anyways, I hope that helps. That obviously it's an after hours type of thing. I wouldn't have copy paste that in there during a normal show, obviously. Let's see. Spy Hunter, kaboom! Shannon comes up with kaboom. Donkey Kong, absolutely, that is imperative. I mean, Donkey Kong is like the OG. Donkey Kong and Pac-Man and what is the other one that I just absolutely love? My mind went blank. Anyways, I will think about it. Jeez, I'm like actually pretty good at it too. Anyways, my mind's gone. So we got Gunslinger, yes, over there on Atari. Damn, that's an old one. Mario Arcade, absolutely. Rad Racer, holy shit, that's an old one. Gonna have to write down Rad Racer. Missile Command, oh my god, Missile Command and Rad Racer. Missile Command is the OG also. I remember playing Missile Command on like the Atari 2600 way back in the day. That's crazy, absolutely crazy. Let's see. So Linux ping stat, minimum, average, max. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yep. Perfect. Yeah. So you got less than a millisecond. So you're really close to your data location, your CO or your central office or something. Ricky Joe says we're all able to get with that lineman from FPL about finding out how the smart meter communicates with the office to read it and shut power off or on. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to know, and someone asked about that too. FPL, are they using IoT? Are they using 5G, 4G, 3G, 2G? What are they using? What are FPL? What are the electrical companies using to read those meters today? I don't know. Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. So the mean deviation, that would be like I would imagine that would be like the equivalent to what would be mean deviation? What would be equivalent to? I have to think about it. I guess it would be jitter. Would it be similar to jitter? Which would be the variation of the pings, maximum and minimum, that mean? It could be. Anyways, I digress, as I always do. I lose myself. Should have got kicked, but I didn't. Not familiar with Davinci. Does it use CPU or GPU for video rendering? I did a whole video on that, Doug. This is for Douglas. It uses both CPU and GPU. It really loves CUDA core on your NVIDIA board. So if you have an NVIDIA card and you're using the proprietary drivers, it loves it. It uses all of them, does a fantastic job. But what I found is not using the encoder and actually encoding using QuickTime is actually faster and makes a smaller file that still looks equally as good as using an NVIDIA driver. Anyways, That gets in a little bit deep. But yes, it uses both GPU and CPU. It is a standard NLE or nonlinear editor. It is DaVinci Resolve is what every studio production uses for doing color grading for decade, like forever. So they would use, let's say, Final Cut, or they would use Premiere or whatever, or they would use Avid, or they would use whatever for their NLE, and then they would back it into DaVinci Resolve to do the color grading because it does amazing spectrograph. It does a really good job with color grading. But now their NLE is so good that many houses have moved from Premiere and Final Cut over to DaVinci Resolve. And the damn thing is free. So I have the paid for version because I just do. I use it all the time. I like to contribute whenever I can. But I used the free version for many, many years. And just this year, just a few months ago, I ended up buying the paid version, or a month ago, whatever, because I felt it was time to give them some money. So, but yeah, DaVinci Resolve, awesome. I don't use Adobe product anyways. And Final Cut was neutered well back, way back when. Final Cut used to be good, and then it went to the whole, anyways. But yeah, DaVinci Resolve is the way to go. And it's free. You can download it free today. And it works on every platform, Linux, Mac, as well as Windows. Melissa says, I'm playing 7 Days to Die in Fortnite with my granddaughter, but this Pac-Man's for me. But Pac-Man's for me, the Atari days as well. Melissa. I love 7 Days to Die. That's cool shit. And Fortnite, I used to play a lot of that with my son. Maybe I'll do a 7 Days to Die. I don't know. 7 Days to Die is really, really computer intensive, and it's really written very shitty. So it's like, it's bloated and just slow, and you have to have a powerful computer just to run it right. But I might try it. If not, I'll, maybe a Fortnite, maybe something else. But right now I've been using Guild Wars 2 to do all of my testing. And what I found with this new setup that I have right now, I went from getting like some high FPS, maximum FPS of like 100 frames per second. I'm now able to get about 180 frames per second. In Guild Wars 2, that's insanity, because that damn thing was written also horribly. Also horribly. Let me see. What else do we have here? Pole position. Holy crap. I got to write down pole position. Pole position. Guys, that's an oldie. Oh my God. I love Frog. I guess you mean Frogger. Frogger. You remember Frogger, guys? Frogger. That's good shit. Frogger is awesome. Clay Electric. Yeah, Clay Electric is who you have. Let's see. The brick game. Yeah. My dad. Centipede. Oh my God. Centipede. Jeez, there's a lot here. And so, just so you guys know, every single one that you have written in here, every single one of these games, I have on that console, on that game system. They're all there. Let's see. Breakout, have that too. 4000 series, yes. Mo Worlds is rubbing alcohol on the Q-tip and on the cartridge. Yeah, on the connectors. I remember that too. Or you would use like an eraser, because for some reason they would get like buildup of junk on them or whatever. Really stupid, but yeah, that would happen all the time. Let's see. Utility companies, this is from Walker, it says utility company systems is a mesh-like network, totally proprietary, and it transmits and receives. Does it really? They use it to read meters and shut them off. So it's a proprietary service, a proprietary network. So how is it like an IoT, Walker? Is it an IoT, Internet of Things type of thing? Huh. How is it actually communicating? Interesting. Especially when we're like out on 5 acres, way the hell back. How do they communicate? Let's see. Mo World says, at that time I blew into the cartridge. Yes. Remember, you get the cartridge, you like heat it up, and then all of a sudden you plug it in, and you're like, oh, it worked. Or you plug it in, it goes all pixels. You're like, ah, shit, it didn't work. Pull it out, stick it back in. Pull it out, stick it back in. Oh man, those are the days. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Hence the frustration, yeah, with the cartridges, the cotton. Love it. Command and Conquer. Wow, Command and Conquer. I remember Command and Conquer on the PC. That was back, I used to sell Command and Conquer. Okay, so here's something for you guys. After hours, I used to sell software. I had a big software distributing company. I used to sell software internationally, and I used to sell to all of the schools. Like every school, I sold to them. Like a lot of schools. It was a very big company, and I had the company for 13 years. And, 13 years of selling software. Ended up getting sued and getting out of the business altogether. I ended up winning the lawsuit after 4 years of spending over $150,000 to $200,000 to fight this big corporation that all you people know. I might do a video about it one day. How the U.S. government's court system is so fucked up. It's if you have a lot of money, you win. If you don't have a lot of money, you lose. That's just it. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. People need to know that. Especially when it comes to corporate, they ended up suing me corporately, right? The company, but then they sued me personally too. You think that that's not even possible. Why do you have a corporation then? They can. They figured this shit out, right? They go through these loopholes, and it was a California court too. And I remember going into the judge, and the judge just came off the beach, still with her, how would I say it? Surf attire? With her surf attire to give me bullshit. Okay? Yeah. So yeah. Almost a quarter, probably close to $250,000 to defend myself. Ended up winning at the end. It's a big, long story, convoluted thing. But yeah, I used to sell software for over 13 years. And that was one of the programs that I sold. Was Command and Conquer. There was just a ton. Remember, 7th Guest and 11th Hour, and I used to sell so many of the school stuff for different educational purposes and stuff. So, anyways, a little backstory on some of the things that I've done, and that's probably why sometimes you'll hear me say things about corporate stuff and courts and all this kind of stuff, and I'm jaded because I've been through a lot of it, and I've seen the underbellies of how shit the court system is, that there's no other way to be. You have to, you never know it until you're actually in it and you see it and you're like, holy shit, is that even possible? And yeah, it is possible, so, and that's why many times I'll tell you guys, listen, if a company like Elon Musk wants to sue one of these smaller companies, for example, they have billions of dollars, they could sue. You could sue a ham sandwich. One of my attorneys, I had 3, used to tell me that. Joe, you could sue a ham sandwich. I'm like, yeah, great, thanks. Shut up. So anyways, the bottom line is they want to take someone to court. They could take them in court and delay, right, the process for literally years with all sorts of methods of putting in requests and all of this. They can do it to bankrupt the other smaller company, because every single motion that they file, there has to be a response, and they have to pay their attorney for that response, right? So this is like one of the tricks that these large companies do, is even though you're in the right, it's very difficult for you to fight because they will just bury you because they have the money to do it. But anyways, yeah, we ended up winning. It was against 2 attorneys, one from Yale, the other one from Harvard. And I remember writing some of the motions myself and have it reviewed by 3 attorneys I had, one in Florida, one in Texas, and an attorney in California. So yeah, not good times, but that's the way it goes. Once again, that's what builds character. It goes back to my the whole bullying thing. I'm a fan of bullying. I've always said that if I wasn't bullied when I was a kid, I would probably have diabetes today because my father's got he's diabetic, his brother and everyone else. And I was originally very fat. So by getting bullied, it convinced me that maybe I should not be and get fit. And then I got fit and I just stayed fit the rest of my life, So for me, getting bullied was a great thing. It probably saved my life, or maybe saved a leg. As I know, my uncle ended up, and my aunt ended up losing both her legs, from diabetes. So anyways, let's see. Ricky Joe says, I lost my speedometer. I guess my speedometer in my car today. And the ABS light came on. Check engine light and my reverse light stopped working. What could cause that? Holy shit. It's a Dodge Avenger. The whole thing is imploding. A Dodge Avenger. Jesus. So all of those lights coming on, I seriously doubt that all those separate systems went bad. I would guesstimate that your ECU, like your computer, is bad, which aren't cheap. But that's the first thing that I would look at. When you look at ABS, the speedometer, check engine light, you got reverse lights not working, all this stuff stopped working all at once. That's a serious electrical issue. That is not something that I would like to work on. I hate electric. It's such a pain in the ass. But anyways, yeah, that's what I would look straight into the ECU on that. Let's see. Moving down here. Oh, so yeah, MDev means, or the MDev is equal to mean, deviation, average, so jitter. Yeah, exactly. So it'd be the jitter. So your jitter is like 1/4 of a point, which is nothing. That means that it's not moving up and down. People don't understand how important jitter is. Like I said again, jitter is the slowest, let's say, ping, and your maximum ping, and your jitter is that amount, right, between the two. You want to have as small jitter as possible. It's better to have a higher ping, right, but really good jitter, because you stay consistent. When you have jitter that's like crazy, and you're like 20 milliseconds, then 80 milliseconds, then 20 milliseconds, then 100 milliseconds. You got this crazy jitter going on. It's hard to play games. It's hard to do video conference. It's hard to do anything because everything's all over the place. So jitter is something that people don't look at, but they really should, because it is very important. It's, I would say, even as important as latency. Very, very important. Anyways, guys, listen. Oh, we got Castle Wolfenstein. Castle Wolfenstein and Doom. Are you kidding me? I remember Doom. Hold on. I'm writing down Doom and Castle Wolfenstein. Have to write down Castle Wolfenstein. That is old school. Contra. Holy shit. I remember. So I have every one of these. Guys, I have every one of these. So any questions that you have, all right, or anything else, put them in there right now. I'm going to get out of here in like 5 minutes because we were on an hour again. I said I was only going to be here for 30 minutes. You see what happens? I just start talking on and on and on. My wife would have been like, what the hell are you doing? You're supposed to be gone already. Anything else? 5 minutes. I'm out. Yes, Contra was a killer game. Absolutely. Castle Wolfenstein was awesome. Castle Wolfenstein. Very good game. Doom was the beginning of like everything. I mean, Doom was like the 3D, quote unquote, that was like the first person shooter, like Doom was it. Very, very cool, Doom. Let me see. Mo World says, I'm taking someone to court for espionage, phone hacking. The Nigerian scammer who has hacked my Gmail, Twitter account, Facebook, and really, oh my God, and listened to a conversation on a phone and hacked my Wi-Fi. So You're going to take a Nigerian scammer to court, Mo World? How is that going to go down? Are you in Nigeria? Or is the guy located currently in the U.S.? Let me know, because that would be a difficult one. That would be a difficult one. Contra was killer game, absolutely. I know how the court system works. Yes, the court is not for the righteous. The court system is not for the correct or the right person. It's for the person that has a better attorney that is being paid more money. That is it. There's a rule, a law, a side angle, a something that can always be used in court. Always. You could be right, and they will prove you wrong. Just how it is. You know, it's sad. It's sad. And if they don't prove you wrong, even though you are right, they will stall and stymie and block and stall and you will be broke. And then they will tell you, we'll see you in bankruptcy court, because we're not going to stop. We'll see you in bankruptcy court. Ricky Joe says, I did hook up OBDS2 scanner tool and got a code, blah, blah, blah. It states 1 is a speed sensor, 1 is a wheel speed sensor. Jeez. So you got 2 codes, but then everything else is still screwed too? That is just weird. Man, ABS, everything popped there. That is crazy. I've never seen that before. Well, good luck to you. I would bring that in to the shop and be like, here you go. Could be a bad instrument panel or loose connection. That's true, Walker says. That's possible. That's always possible. If you live on dirt roads or where there's a lot of holes and potholes, that could definitely screw things up in the electrical because you get those loose connections. Let's see. The NES, absolutely. We do have the NES on there. Airwolf, holy shit, that's an old one. Let me write down Airwolf. I got a lot on here. Airwolf is written down. Spy Hunter, we got that before. Yes, without Fab, no kicks. That's correct. Dave, sitting here just enjoying the conversation. A good time with friends. Good night, all. Thanks a lot, Dave. Really appreciate you being here, Dave. Thank you. Airwolf, absolutely. So, guys, thank you for being here. This was supposed to be a half an hour. Thanks, Shannon, of course, for those free memberships from now and from before. You know, I appreciate everyone hanging out, and everyone obviously that's in the comments are all members only. So I just thought this would be kind of cool to do, and you know, maybe we'll try doing something else. I might do some releases of videos and do like maybe members only first for like the first hour or something. I don't know. I got to see what type of perks that YouTube has available to me that I can just give all of the members, because there's a lot of you now. And I really do appreciate it. I want to be able to give back, and sometimes it's just hard with YouTube. It's hard to figure this shit out. It's just, they make it difficult. Stuff shouldn't be difficult, but they still make it difficult, you know? I mean, I'm still getting a lot of you guys saying, hey, you know, Joe, I don't get the notification anymore. Or, hey, Joe, you know, I've been unsubscribed to your channel 4 times now. I'm like, I don't know. And then when I tell the people over there at YouTube, they're like, tell them to unsubscribe and then subscribe again and click all. I'm like, okay. That sounds like me calling in, I don't know, Microsoft, and they say, reboot your computer. Like, what? Like, no, there's got to be more to it than that. Just reboot your subs. I don't want to reboot my subscribers. They should be able to just stay booted. You know, my subscribers should be running Linux, not Windows getting a blue screen of death and getting unsubscribed all the time. What the hell is that? I digress, guys. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I really appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thank you for being members. Thank you for everything that you guys do. I appreciate everything. It's just been such just a crazy time the last couple of months. Like I said, we went from 100,000 subscribers to 117,000 subscribers just in a couple of months, which is just amazing to me. Absolutely amazing. And what I do find just unbelievably amazing is that the comments that we're getting are still good comments. Very few trolls. That is a blessing. That means the community as a whole is just staying solid. The community as a whole is just really solid. They are good people, and that a lot of times I don't even have to vet things. I don't even have to look at, because if someone says something that's just absolutely off color, one of the members or someone else in the channel there'll be like 5 people that just attack them and be like, what are you talking about? You're being an ass, whatever. But there's so few of them. I've literally not have to ban anyone from the channel for months and months and months. I talk to a lot of people, obviously, in the industry. Most of the channels that you go to, these creators are having to ban countless people every single video because of the nastiness that goes on. We don't have that here, and it is a blessing. Peter, thank you so much, Peter. Member for 14 months. Holy crap. That's awesome, Peter. Thank you for being here. We're getting out now, but we will see everyone next week. A lot of videos coming, I hope, next week. I'm going to try. I'll probably do something with that arcade machine. I'm hoping. I wrote everything down. But have a great weekend. We'll see each and every one of you hopefully back next Friday here live. And if not, you'll see me on the other side of this camera next week. Blessings. We'll see you later. Take care.